Hello, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading for the next 3 months. We're going to dive into your coffee cup in a second. We're going to start by pulling your symbols. This is going to give us a general idea of what's going on. I'm also going to pull a month, which we're going to look into the number meaning. And also at the end, I'm going to pull some tarot cards. We're going to look into each month, past, present, and the future outcomes. And at the end, we're going to pull your oracles. Okay, let's start with the symbols. By the way, if you go on to enjoy this message, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe so you can get more of these. What we have is a fair woman, dealings or relationships with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. We have romance and celebration party. So this can be maybe getting invited by someone with a white hair to a party. It can be symbolizing that. And what else we have here? We have a man too, dealings or relationships with a man. A vulture. This says here depression and anxiety, where that someone is against you. This can be maybe you're feeling like there's one of these or both of those people are working against you. But also we have great happiness. Vultures, actually, I interpret them in the coffee cup as some cleaners of the earth. Animals do not have negative intentions. So this can be an opportunity, an event taking place between these two people and clearing whatever that doesn't serve you, the dead issues or the dead roots of a problem. Okay, let's see the month-wise. We have March. This is number 3. This is optimism, creativity, opportunity. So either way, even if this seems like something negative happening, but it's also washing off existing negativity out of your life. We have the fan here, romance, celebration, party, and dissatisfaction with life with the cracked cup. I feel like here, maybe some of you are actually spending your time with having this going to partying, maybe looking for romance, and maybe dealing with a two-faced friend, someone who's acting one way and speaking one way but acting another. That's why you might have a dissatisfaction chain of events that will affect your life. But this is actually connecting you to a very successful situation. Maybe you are deciding to leave, become aware. Through this party, celebration, you're going to become aware of someone actually working against you. And that will lead you to maybe take, a step away from them to a new successful environment that you will achieve success. Let's see what's happening. Inside of the cup is clean, clear. It's beautiful. Outside, there are many events are happening. So some of you are getting outside your comfort zone. I see a letter D here. There's a crescent moon, can be victory coming forward. This also looks like there's a woman here, her arms are up in the air, celebrating, dancing. There's a snake coming over, and the snake symbolizes the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. And there might be like a cycle that is going around and round and round. Maybe the solution wasn't coming in. It seems like here, Sagittarius, we have the crescent moon. Crescent moon can symbolize a legal victory, governmental success. Seems like here, maybe there's a problem you have been having, you're having hard time to resolve inside of your comfort zone. Getting outside your comfort zone, trying different things, maybe even engaging with people who have access to more or have more flexibility is going to bring you the victory here. There's a pathway also opening there, the street pathway. So it can even become an example for you to follow in the other endeavors as well. So if you're dealing with a situation, maybe even a legal or governmental situation, it seems like here you need to take a different approach. The classical approach is not going to be helpful, but the thing is, the outside, the comfort zone when you're going to achieve very successful outcome, which will create a direct connection for you to the inside, okay? I see there's a volcano here boiling up. The volcano can be symbolizing an institution. I see some sword inside of it. Sword within the first month. This can be indicative of logic, and the truth will be revealed. If you are feeling like you have been wronged by someone, it seems like here the truth will be out. And it is going to keep people's mouth running, because I feel like there are a lot of words and conversations are happening. Overall, though, it is going to start coming to an end within the second month. If you feel the need to explain yourself, or if anyone is asking for explanation, I feel like this is basically explain yourself very detailedly, put out there everything that you have, and because all of those are going to be very useful when you're clarifying things here too. Okay, it can be about a matter at work, or maybe at school if you're going to school. And this is also laying down the foundation of a new building here. This can be a new relationship you're forming as well. Within the first month period, I told you that you're going to find yourself in a very crowded environment. This can be around people. This can be also crowded in the sense of maybe if you're cleaning someone's house or helping someone, it can be a lot of like furniture, a lot of like, I see a lot of like energy pressure here inside of this space. So this might require you to maybe even find another partner for yourself that can organize this mess. Maybe you're just there to evaluate, and another person is organizing the mess too. Earth signs are very good at organizing things. Slowly but surely they put it in order. So you can get a help of an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo. But I see there's someone is not happy when you step. I feel like maybe some of you are actually cleaning like an elder's place, okay, in your family. The thing is, though, there is something good, a positive new baby born out of that. You're giving birth to something here while you're cleaning that up, and it is going to bring clarity about a second thing, okay? This can be, I see something alien here, an alien face. This can be something currently alien to you. Maybe you have the idea, but you don't know how to execute it. But it seems like when you occupy your mind by actually organizing what's messy right now, this can even putting away your winter clothing, summer clothing, or decluttering your closets. It can be like Marie Kondo. I don't know if you know about the Kondo method. I used to watch her a lot. It was really satisfying. So it can be like organizing your living space initially will bring new opportunities and new ideas to you within the second month. And I feel like there is a conversation happening there, or maybe there's still clutter there, but the third month is going to be crystal clear. You're going to have an action point. And I also see there are two massive fish in the air. Fish can symbolize money, opportunities. There's offers coming forward. Fish, we see actually Page of Cups has a fish inside of his cup, so it can be someone maybe emotionally romantic who wants to have a relationship coming to you. But I feel like this is going to require you to have space in your life first. Emotional space, spiritual space, mental space, physical space first, and then universe abhors a vacuum. It's just going to fill it in, okay? The first month, like I said, maybe there's a legal issue is resolving. The second month, there's an emotional issue that you're resolving. Another thing I see here is the third month, we have a pathway opening here. There's an old school phone on the way. Like there was the ones that we lift up I forgot what was that called. So someone, maybe you're calling someone from your past. The past can be 90s, I want to say. Okay, 90s. Maybe someone that you were friends 90s or maybe 2000 time. And it seems like your heart is leading you towards this person. Like at the end of the pathway, I see letter M as in Matthew. I see there are hills and a house on the hill. At the end of the day, you might be meeting with this person like on a hill and maybe in a snowy mountain. And the M can be also in their first name or the last name. And maybe they are like, this is going to be your heart's desire. Eventually, maybe you're going to freeze the time too, because the snow can indicate like freezing the time, going back to that time, having that nostalgic meeting. That leads to something else here. It's going to open up a pathway which has a tears of joy at the end of it. That will be maybe even something that you have been desiring for a while now. And that path actually can lead to another desire, okay? Now, let's dive into your soul. So if you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I see small chunks of money showing up, and there is like a mermaid type of women actually walking into your energy field within the second month. Mermaid can be, if they're a good person, can be someone helpful, a little dreamy, can be Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. But if they are someone like in a siren vibe, it can be someone vicious and dangerous. It is going to require your discernment, but I feel like either way, your desire is coming forward, by the way. I would like to point that out as well. And it has its own pathway, but it's coming very smoothly and beautifully. The mermaid, the siren can be someone, either way, going to help you out, okay? You're going to receive some help from this person. But this is important here, even though they come to help, if you let them in to your energy field, they can cause chaos. So if this is a material help that you need from this person, only get the material help and do not get the other things going, because I feel like this is material help. If this is someone that emotionally can affect you, can cause a chaos. You can see like the sad faces here. A dog is barking right there, and she's standing. She's like turning into a he also. And there is ring above this person's head. Ring can symbolize commitment, and this person might have that kind of like a commitment to create chaos. Some people, without realizing that, they might have it in their energy. They might have like the kind of a promise to really not allow anybody else become happy except themselves. I see towards the end of the third month, I saw a dolphin, like a big fish here. Big fish can be big money coming in and swimming into your life. But the thing is, this is like a slimy fish that you really need to catch it, store it. Maybe if this is money coming in, instead of just spending it and putting it on something that you need at this moment, maybe putting it onto something that will appreciate by time is going to be important here, because this can be something that can slip away out of your hands very fast, very soon. Okay, so do not make sure not to spend for pleasure, because it seems like I see a letter T here. There's going to be time coming that this will be a very useful thing for you. Letter T can be also a time passing, someone's name, like Trisha. The name popped in my head, so I want to mention it. This is actually a person who has a lamp on the top of the T. There's a lamp here, lampshade, for a desk lamp. So this can be someone who might also have the information about paperwork for you. So communication is important, but I feel like here this can be someone who is actually pointing out a very important thing to you that you need to pay attention to as well. Okay, let's dive into I'm seeing here 10 of Wands and the Hierophant. So let's see, we're going to go month by month, first month and the second month and the third month. We're going to look at the past and present and the future energies. So the Hierophant is an authority figure, and we had a 10 of Wands. Maybe an authority is actually being a little hard on you, putting a lot of weight on your shoulders. But let's see how it's going to play out in the cards now, where you are coming from and where you're heading and what you're feeling at the moment. Let's see. Okay, the Star's wish fulfillment. It seems like you already achieved something you truly wanted, and we have King of Wands on the bottom. That something is actually maybe even boost a lot of confidence within you. And let's see how that manifestation is actually going forward. Okay, this is something that started maybe small, or started like a seed that you plant, and it's been growing so far. And it seems like it's going to start picking up a lot of momentum very soon, okay? You're going to see it, we're in the middle of almost this first month here. And whenever this actually is time, whenever you're watching it, you can time the next 30 days for the first month. So it seems like here, within the 15 days, you might actually start to really move forward and galloping towards a new future. And maybe this desire starts small, but you're going to have the opportunity to grow really back. The thing about it is, though, you need to be aware. I told you maybe there are some things, issues are coming forward for you to resolve. So this is also suggesting that you're going to be overcoming obstacles. So the attitude should be how can I resolve that? The chain of events that will lead you to success. So if you're seeing like someone cracking your cup, being two-faced and creating dissatisfaction in your life, these are actually causing you to find other different solutions, the different the chains, rings of a chain, and attach them together. If this is someone that you have expected to work for you and they didn't, then you need to find another ring of the chain that can work for you, okay? Let's see the outcome of this one is the Nine of Cups, guys. Satisfaction, fulfillment, contentment, gratitude, wish fulfillment. So everything I told you happening for a good reason. That's why I feel like this is happening for a solid reason for you, an amazing good reason for you, because some things are going to go right, and they're already continually going right, but you might tend to see, oh, it is a lot of work type of like mindset. You might think that way, but it's not going to be that way. It's going to be something much more, like it is going to evolve into something that is going to become your long time wish fulfillment. What else we have here? You're starting the second month with ending of an era. Death card can be a little bit scary when you look at it, but it seems like here there's a change necessary, there's a transformation necessary. You see this king is dead here, but the children are here, the queen is here, and they're looking at the new future. You can see there's the sun is coming out between the two towers, which we see those two towers in the moon card. Moon card means that there was a thing happening in the past that you don't have clarity. Now with the death, this situation coming to an end, you will have clarity about how to operate in the future, okay? Now there's a system that didn't work for you anymore, is actually crumbling down, and you will get the chance to build a new thing. What you will be doing though in the meantime, you're not going to be trusting it right away. Maybe you need evaluation, you need reflection, you need to be a little bit patient while you're building this new system. The thing is, if you're having any anxiety moment, but the Seven of Pentacles can have like a hidden anxiety, even though you're looking for the evidence if this is working out, this can cause a background anxiety. And I feel like you're not going to get stuck on that very long. You're going to overcome that as well. Exactly. In the future, your determination, ambition, and you being driven is going to get you to fast solutions. Even though in the present moment it seems like very stressful, you don't see the solution, nothing is working out, nothing is working on your favor. Even if you're feeling that way, I feel like this is all about feeling. When you look at the future and thinking, okay, these seeds are planted, they're gonna grow, they're gonna bring me something positive. Yes, they will. Yes, exactly. You're not gonna dwell on that Seven Pentacles. Are they growing or not too long? Because we have 2 sixes already. 6 of Wands is victorious moment, you celebrating your victory, getting what you want out of this situation. 6 of Pentacles is if you are in a position to ask for something, take something, needing something, that's going to be magically fulfilled. Also with here, this guy actually starting to give to others, that you're going to be in the position to give others and help others, okay? Wow, guys, amazing. 4 of Wands is actually coming to the finish line. So if this is a project that you've been working on, it seems like there's a reset happening there. Like there's the end of an era on that project, because there's a new way of doing things much more effectively, much more driven, and it's going to be faster growth when you change the way you look at things. But that faster growth might take a little longer than you're anticipating within the second month timeline, especially. So being patient is going to help you see through all this beautiful victorious moments, okay? But definitely there's a 4 of Wands is the finish line. If you have any projects or an idea that maybe something that you're pursuing for so long, that's going to be coming to an end too. You're going to start seeing the results of that. Let's see the third month energies. 7 of Swords. Sorry. 7 of Swords can mean 2 things. This can be you're starting the third month with someone actually doing things behind your back, hidden agenda. But the thing is though, another meaning of 7 of Swords is if you have been doing everything out in the open and showing your hands to everyone surrounding you, this is basically suggesting that this is going to be the past effect of it too. Maybe you have been showing your hands all the time, but this time around within the third month, you're going to change your mind. You're going to say, you know what? I'm not showing my hands anymore. Nobody has to know what I'm doing. I'll move forward very quietly with a strategy and discernment, and then they will see the result. Okay, because someone might be behind your back also sabotaging your activities. Okay, mentally, maybe verbally, what they're telling you. Maybe this is someone that you trust. You're not even like aware that you're trusting this two-faced person, but when you hide things away from them, maybe their frustration is going to prove to you that they're doing things behind your back, maybe plotting against your victory. So this is basically telling you, if that's the case, you need to do the same thing here. In the present moment, what's going to happen is you're going to have clarity about what to do when you realize what's actually sabotaging the situation. You're going to have, I told you, a strategic plan, and you're going to move forward with that in an innovative, insightful, and logical way. And the outcome will be, let's see, bright, and which will bring you a lot of options to choose from. But the problem with the Seven of Cups is this is actually not being able to choose, because this can be a lot of things on your plate to choose from. And that's why you might have a little problem. But this is a positive thing because the Lover's card showed up here. This is not a negative situation. This is a positive one. So it can be overwhelming to have a lot of things in your hand, or maybe a lot of options to choose from. But this is something that you will love to have that in your hand. That will be your preference to have. But let's see what else we have. We have a Chariot here. Even though it seems like you're having a hard time to make a decision, you're not going to spend too much time, because you're going to follow your heart, what makes you happy. Even if this is a person hiring someone who can actually show you positive results, who has the true discipline and resilience and moving forward to a new future. And you're going to do what's right. Again, we have the King of Swords, logical, structured, an Emperor on the bottom, a decision maker. So you're going to be a decision maker in this position. And I feel like you're going to get on to making a decision and choosing and allocating things very fast. Even though it seems like you're going to have a confusion moment to choose from all the options in your hand, you're not going to do well on that too much, because you're going to be in a happy place already. I'm going to pull your oracle right now. One of the oracles, we have something called Akashic Tarot, which is actually tarot deck, however, not like the one that we usually use. This has different meanings and deck of cards, and it's like a different number of cards we have. That's why I'm going to get some help from the guidebook. Let's see. You have here the Eight of Forces, the lightning bolt coming forward. Even though it says Eight of Forces in blue color, this is actually representative of the wands, the fire energy, and you are the lightning bolt here, okay? A lightning bolt illuminates a stormy night, striking a tree down to its core. Puddles of rain pool upon the ground. This card shows that it's a time of splitting apart, a time of loss, disappointment, or even a metaphorical death, which I told you that there's a death coming forward here. And on the bottom, we have it here too. Okay, so this is something that is required. This might be someone that you need to break apart with. The loss could be a career opportunity, romantic relationship, partnership, or a friendship. Okay, so at first glance, the event may seem sudden or unexpected, but in the light that flashes, we see the deep puddles of the storm. It has been going for some time. So there's someone or something happening that you're prolonging, you're allowing. Okay, this is also important to know, because it seems like you're having great victory, amazing options, everything is developing here. But this will also require a spiritual growth. You to accept that some people, some things are not really serving you. And you already deep down knowing that. Okay, so now it's time to accept the situation and not fight what's so. There is a benefit coming, but it often takes an ending to bring forth a new beginning, and a storm to cleanse the field. Okay, so this is something you're already anticipating but maybe delaying, and it will come during this next 3 months period. I feel like I want to pull one more. I usually don't do that, but I feel like you're already ready to get over this thing. Okay, and this is your initiation, the Count Saint Germain we have. Number 14. Number 14 is temperance in the regular tarot. So this is a new beginning for you. That's why this actually, the ending is coming forward. Let's get the help here. And it says, this is actually your initiation. It is much more than a change or even a transformation. It's nothing less than your movement into higher revelations of power, insight, and achievement. And the time is now. The disciples you create now during your initiation and the work you do with the masters will lift your service to the world and to all humankind. The power that you hold within will impact every part of your life. Basically, if you're playing small, that can be also like coming to an end. There's a bigger and maybe even some opportunity coming your way that you can serve to the humankind, a larger scale of people, larger amount of people. Let's see your life coaching here, maybe what you should take into account during this time. And then I'm going to pull your affirmation, okay? Let's see. By the way, Sagittarius, please do comment down below which part of this resonated with you. I'm looking at your numbers. Not all of you are actually clicking on this one. Let me know. We have nourishment. You are being asked to take time for self-care. So it seems like I told you there's a big event happening that will require you to pause, reflect, connect with the nature and your higher self, your inner being, and listen to the needs of your deeper self and give it to them, okay? Even if this is your body wants something, your mind wants some intellectual upgrade, whatever it is, just that during this time, provide that nourishment to yourself. This is your affirmation. I trust my inner guidance. My soul knows the way forward. So that's why I feel like the nourishment is necessary to take care of your soul, your body, your spirit, so you can hear that inner guidance better, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to leave some more videos for you to enjoy, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.